just 16 years old, hosting her very own event. She's also a teen entrepreneur. Our first guest is Miss Brooke Edwards. Welcome to the show.
Thank you.
So, you're hosting Next Gen New Hustle. Talk about the event and what made you want to put on something like this for teens in the community.
Okay, so Next Gen New Hustle, it's a teen entrepreneur event. It's hosted at Mary Grove in the Madam Cadillac building at 12 p.m. So it's going from 12 to 5. So the idea basically behind Next Gen New Hustle was to create a space where teens can connect, they can articulate their business, and they can learn from older and more experienced business owners across Detroit. So this teen network event is where 11 businesses but 12 entrepreneurs, they're going to have vendor tables. They'll be able to sell their products, they'll be able to promote their business, hopefully get more inspiration from each other and people around the event.
Wow, and you are a teen entrepreneur yourself, right?
Yes, I
Talk
am.
about your business and what you do.
Okay, so aside from Next Gen New Hustle, which is basically a talent like networking agency, basically, I also sew. I do custom vinyl shirts. I make bonnets and I make sleepwear, and that business is called Stitch by B. So, being like a multi-entrepreneur has been something that I know I wanted to do for a long time. I've had many businesses. When I was only 11, I was having
Wow.
a tutoring business for kids who were in COVID, because that was me just graduating from fifth grade, and I was giving it to younger kids than me who didn't have adequate abilities to, retain information because of COVID.
I was already going to say you're starting so young, but you really started young at 11 years old, starting your own tutoring business. What was it that made you say, hey, I want to do my own thing. I want to start my own business. I may be young. There's other things that I can do, but I want to be an entrepreneur. What sparked that?
So my whole family is entrepreneurs. My mom is entrepreneur. She owned her own business. My dad is entrepreneur. He owned their own business. And growing up, seeing them strive for what they wanted to do and being big risk takers, taking risks, that's what entrepreneurship is really and truly about. It made me strive to be something like them and actually be better. That's why I did so many businesses. And I always found a way to make it work. I wasn't scared to talk to people. I wasn't scared to be audacious and push out my event, especially with Next Gen New Hustle. I emailed over 20 nonprofit organizations, people who gave out grants and loans, and only one business reached back out to me. And that's where I got my grant from to reach out. So I think being audacious, taking risks, especially when it's for a positive thing, is the most important.
Wow. And coming from a family of entrepreneurs, did they encourage you and point you in the direction of starting your own thing?
Yes, they definitely did. They made sure I knew everything about from the financial aspect of it to, being the risk taker. And even when things didn't go my way at first, they always kept me going. They kept me pushing. They collaborated with me in many ways, but not only were they being great parents to me, they let me do my own thing. They watched me strive and they watched me push out my own business, how I wanted it to be created.
How did you know what kind of business you wanted to create and start? Where did those ideas come from?
Yeah, so about a year ago, that's when I had the idea for Next Gen New Hustle. So I'm a Cass Tech student, I'm a rising senior, and I'm also a business major there. So at Cass Tech, since being a business major, I see entrepreneurship clubs, and I see so many people around Cass Tech that are starting businesses but don't have adequate resources for it.
Hmm.
And also, they don't see other youth out there, and they might think it's, a little embarrassing or not in their agenda to really push out something that can be life changing. So I wanted to be one of the youth entrepreneurs to inspire people. I always have compassion and a thing for advocacy for my community and especially for the youth because I want to see change.
Yes. And you talk about them lacking that resources. How are you able to gather these resources for this event to help other teen entrepreneurs?
So not only am I emailing, I'm reaching out to people, I'm trying to get funding from other people, but at the Next Gen New Hustle event, there will be a pitch competition and there will be cash prizes for those entrepreneurs who decide to participate, who decide to go out their event. And I'm also having judges who will be judging, seeking out those entrepreneurs who do their best work. So I think the pitch competition at the event is probably the most passionate part of the event, where the entrepreneurs can actually explain them starting their business, them putting it out there, and then they'll be able to, push out their business more after this and tend to um, exceed further. They'll be able to talk to other entrepreneurs about their experience at Next Gen, and then hopefully it'll just be a trail line of more entrepreneurs wanting to help each other.
Nice. So, who are they pitching their business to in this competition?
There will be people all over Detroit. There will be Black Leaders Detroit, my sponsors there. There will be people who are in PR, who are in content creation, people who own very, very successful businesses in Detroit. I know like real estate agents are coming, people who are in crafts, people who are in photography. I know some of the people in the youth that are in my business, they own photography businesses. There's two twins, Tucker Twins Creation, shout out to them. They're twins who do crocheting, and they're into crafts. So I'm bringing people out, and I've tailored the event specifically to their needs and what they wanted. So I'm bringing people out who know what it's like firsthand to do what they do.
So, once they pitch themselves to these different businesses and people in the community, what's next? If they have a successful pitch, what's the next step for them?
So the next step for them is if they place in first, second, or third for their pitch, they'll be able to complete their cash prizes. And then also everybody who participated, they're going to get a certificate of completion. And I plan to open up a website to be able to bring all of those entrepreneurs together in one place. So they'll be able to find internships, they'll be able to find scholarships, they'll be able to find resources, places to get more funding, and also a way for them to help each other. So the next big step really is to just bring all of those kids together, bring all of us in one space and one place so they can find the resources, find the necessities, and, just push out their business. I want it to be very carefree. I want everybody to feel like they have their own business and their own ideas to flush out. So putting together this event with these 12 entrepreneurs, I want them in the end to feel accomplished. I want them to feel like their business has grown, especially in the marketing aspect and the funding aspect. I want them to feel like they accomplished something in their business, because especially I do have some business who are just in the idea stage. So those who are in the idea stage, I want them to feel like this was the startup. I want them to feel like they acquired at least some knowledge from this event, and then they can take it and move forward.
I love that. Now, you are Gen Z.
Yes.
The event is called Next Gen New Hustle. Do you feel like sometimes Gen Z, they get a lot of haters out there about their work ethic and the way that they go about things?
Sometimes I do feel like, the saying, like, your grandma might be on the couch, like, y'all lazy. You are lazy. But I think what the thing is with Gen Z, a lot of the opportunities out here today are harder to find, for sure. And it's a lot of pressure, especially with social media in play. People aren't always, wanting to be put in the front, put in the spotlight. And it takes a little more time for people to want to reach out, for people to want to actually have those conversations. And it can be a little more intimidating, especially in the society that we're in. So I think if we have just a couple of youths, a couple of people who are setting the forefront, are paving the way, more people will follow. And that's what I know a lot of entrepreneurs out here are doing. I have a lot of friends, a lot of family members who are also youth entrepreneurs, who are trying to encourage youth entrepreneurs every day. So yes, it's a very hard thing to do as a Gen Z. It's very hard out here. We're trying our best, for sure, but we have to remember that we are the future. We want to push out something amazing. We want to articulate ideas, and we want to, show everyone what we can do.
Absolutely. And do you feel like there are more young people who want to start a business at a young age? Are you seeing that with your peers?
Yes, I'm definitely seeing that, and I mostly believe it's because the workforce, it really doesn't have that many opportunities for us youth. We see a decline in jobs being presented to youth teens out here. It's very difficult to find a job. It's very difficult to, get a first job, because most like retail stores or fast food restaurants, they're not hiring teens our age because they want people more experience. But
Mm.
how will we get the experience if we've never started? So I think what entrepreneurship does, it paves a way for us to start it ourselves. We can be ourselves, be who we want to be, and especially show our creativity. And I think that's what Gen Z has the best and does the best at, is present their creativity. We're definitely creative people and a creative group of youth who want to show the world what we can do.
You mentioned you feel like those opportunities are lacking in the workforce right now. Why is it important for you to not only create opportunities for yourself, but you're hosting Next Gen New Hustle to also create opportunities for other youth in the community? Why is that so important to you?
I think that's so important to me because as a Castech student, I see a lot of creative and I see a lot of youth who do things that go unnoticed. I know friends who make music, who want to be producers, who want to be, start a nonprofit, things like that, and they're just not able to tell their story.
Mm.
I want youth to be able to tell their story like how I have. I want them to be able to use their voice in the best way possible because that's really all we have. Use our voice is the most empowering thing that we have as a youth, and if we don't speak out, we lose that importance, we lose that value. So I want the importance basically of Next Gen New Hustle is to present teens as not a lesser, but a group of people who can strive for more. We're doing the best we can, we're advocating for each other, and together is the best way to go. So if we strive together, there's nothing that we can't do.
Absolutely. Talk about the setup of the event, what people will be able to experience if they come out to this.
Okay, so I have partnered with Exclusive Celebrations LLC. She has been my rock in this whole production. She has been helping me put it together, from the tables, from the little things, from like the tables to the tablecloths to little napkins to forks. Everything has been designed creatively by her, and I appreciate it so much. We put so much thought into this event, and I hope everybody comes out to see not only the work that we put into the event, but the entrepreneurs who are coming there. I hope we all take it not just to look at the entrepreneurs that are there, but you can also come to network your own business. Even though you're not a part of the 12 entrepreneurs that are there, just come. You never know what can happen. Opportunities are everywhere, and they will definitely be everywhere in that building on August 16th.
Yes, August 16th is where it's happening. And where's the location again?
It's at Marygrove Conservancy in the Madam Cadillac building.
All right. And
Yes.
then talk about, what have you learned in all of this? Your entrepreneurship journey, as well as hosting an event like this.
Yes. So one of my favorite quotes, me and my dad talk about it all the time, is that my deepest fear is not that we are inadequate, it's that we are capable beyond measure.
Mm.
And that's one of the biggest things that I've held close to my heart with this, and one of the biggest things that I've learned. Being an entrepreneur is very, very humbling. I will say that sometimes you can get knocked all the way down to your feet. People will just straight up say no to you, just because of the circumstance I'm in, especially being a young Black entrepreneur. So not everything is going to be cupcakes and rainbows. Not everything is going to be perfect. But in that quote, it just reminds us that our capabilities are endless, and that we can only be scared of our success if we don't let it happen. You miss 100% of the shots that you never take.
Yes.
So that's my biggest takeaway from this, is just, again, being audacious, taking the risks, because you never know who can be in the next room listening to you. You never know who will want to talk to you. You never know what opportunities you can seek from something. So don't be afraid.
Yes, very well said. You just dropped so many gems there, girl.
Yes.
You are 16, already doing some amazing things. What is next for you? What are your future plans and goals?
So I do want to apply. I'm applying for college right now, so that's my biggest thing. But I do want to push out more events. I do want to push out more networking events, more community service events. I want to collaborate with other youth entrepreneurs in Detroit so we can give out more funding, give more resources to the youth around the community, and basically uplift Detroit because we are the future. For me right now, I'm very focused on my schooling, my education. That's been the biggest thing for me now, and especially I feel like even though I'm an entrepreneur, I have to start with a great foundation. So at CAS, I'm a 4.0 student.
Yes,
So
yes. Say that
yes,
again, girl. What's your GPA? I know that's
4.0.
right.
Yes, so keeping that, allowing my teachers to help guide me, allowing my mentors to help guide me, because I don't want to miss any, I want to be put in the best position possible. So not only am I ready to strive and use my voice, but I have to be willing to listen. Being coachable is the most important thing as well.
Mm,
So having a balance of both, being humble, I'm just trying to build my character so I can go out in this world being the best Brooke I can be and
yes.
show others what they can do.
Love that so much. What college are you hoping to attend and what do you want to major in?
So right now, my top college is probably University of Pennsylvania. I heard that they had the #1 business school, so that's probably going to be what I want to major in business and management. And then probably my second would be like a HBCU, like a Howard University, for their business school. So I mainly want to major in business and management, and then probably minor in entrepreneurship.
Okay.
So that's mainly what I'm looking
And
at.
once you get that degree, what is your ideal career or business that you hope to run?
So if everything works out for next gen, I plan to expand this. I want this to be my main business, and I want to take it worldwide. I want to inspire other youth in other cities, whether it's in New York or on the West Coast. I want to expand it to not only Detroit, because we're not the only ones having the problem. We're not the only ones who see youth lacking the resources, lacking the inspiration. So I want to take that to other places and then use my expertise that I get from whatever college I go to expand that, push that out, and then still do my other side businesses like sewing and things like that, because those are hobbies that I want to keep with me.
That is amazing. What is your advice to other young entrepreneurs out there who may have a business or they want a business, they just don't know where to start?
My biggest piece of advice would probably be to use your voice. You only have that. Use your brain, use your voice. We're a very smart group of young people, and you only get what you ask for. You have to ask, you have to go out there, you have to not be afraid, because adults aren't looking at us like they can't do anything. That's not what all adults are looking at us like, and we can't be scared to reach out for opportunities. Even coming here today, I reached out. I wanted to show the world, show Detroit what Next Gen New Hustle was. So using your voice, being audacious, taking that risk, and staying positive no matter what happens, because once you hit rock bottom, the only way back up is up.
Only way up is up. Who is
Yes.
this event for? What ages are you hoping will come out to attend?
So this event is mainly for young teens from about 13 to 19, but the event is open to everyone. It's free for registration. Anybody can come out. There will be food there, good times, good laughs, good people, and all ages can come, can support. I'm hoping to get people in the building who are willing to help those entrepreneurs get internships, mentors, more funding for their business. So anybody is welcome to be there. But what I would like to see the most of is those teens aged 13 to 19.
All right, Brooke, one more time. When and where can people check out the Next Gen New Hustle event?
Yes, so the Next Gen New Hustle event is August 16th from 12 to 5 p.m. at Marygrove Conservancy in the Madam Cadillac building. You can also go on Instagram at Next Gen New Hustle. That's NEXTGENNEWHUSTLE. And you can find more information. And also the link in bio is there to register.
All right, Brooke, thank you so much for joining us. You
Thank
are
you.
such an impressive young lady.
Thank
I
you.
can't wait to hear more about your success and all that you do next. Be sure to check out Next Gen New Hustle and keep your eyes out for Brooke Edwards. Thanks so much for joining us.
Thank you.